Welcome to Incorporating Math and Literacy into Everyday Physical Activities, a guide for families. In this video, we'll talk about how you can help your child's math and reading development. When you think about children learning about math and reading, you might think about sitting down and pointing out numbers and letters on paper. You may think about counting and singing the ABCs. While these things are part of a child's experience in learning math and reading concepts, they aren't everything. Through research, we know that most children learn best when they're interested in something and actively involved. Most of the time, our children aren't interested in sitting at a table and looking at flashcards with us. What are we supposed to do? What does this mean? Well, it means that we as the adults need to get creative in how we help our children grow. We need to bring learning to everyday activities our children are already interested in. This might seem overwhelming, but don't worry. In this video, we'll talk about simple ways to incorporate math and reading into what you already do. We'll also add a few special activities just to keep things interesting. Let's go ahead and get started with an example of taking a child's favorite activity, in this case, kicking a soccer ball, and adding in some letter sound learning. You'll notice as they kick the ball back and forth, Dad and son are playing with the beginning sounds of words and trying to link those sounds to letters.
Running in the grass? What letter does grass start with? G, G, G. Grass. Golf. Green. What starts with a G sound? Leaf is not amongst those. G, G, G. What starts with a G sound? Grandma and grandpa? Yep. What letter is it that starts with that G sound? G, G. G starts with a G sound. I don't think we've done G. It's not in a while. You've got the ball. What does ball start with? Ball. Yep. What other words start with the bu? Help you out here. Ball. Bumblebee. Yep. Buses. Yep. No. City starts with a C, but bus. What does bus start with? Sounds bu. What makes that bus sound? Beans. Bag. No, we're talking about ball. No, you know, B.
One thing to keep in mind is that the goal isn't necessarily for the child to guess correctly every time. They're learning. It's okay to make mistakes. We need to keep our focus on giving them experiences and hearing the sounds letters make and relating those to words of things that are meaningful to them, like ice cream, blocks, school. When they do connect the correct sound and letter, let them know. That's right, B makes the bus sound. You got it. This letter and sound game can be done anytime, anywhere. When you're eating, talk about the letters and sounds of the food that you're eating. When you're going from one place to another, look around you and talk about the letters and sounds of the things that you see. You'll find yourself using this game all the time. Let's go ahead and move on to more of a special activity. You'll see Dad and his son working together to create a hopscotch outside on the sidewalk and learning about the value of numbers. If getting outside isn't your thing, that's okay. You can do the same activity inside using a scrap piece of paper to write numbers on.
1, What's
You'll
next?
notice the child using rocks
2.
that he had already counted out
Next.
to help him figure his way through the numbers 1 through 10.
What's the next one?
5.
And then try again. 1, 2, 3,
4.
4. There we go. What's the next one?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comes next.
What
1,
comes
2,
after
3,
5?
4, 5. Try again. One less. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7.
7. What's next?
8.
8. Next.
9.
9.
The child had already grabbed a rock,
7.
tossed it on the hopscotch, and it landed on the number 7. So here, he's trying to recreate the quantity of 7 using those rocks in the 7 box. He counts out rocks one by one until he gets 7 rocks in the 7 box. If you're playing this game inside, feel free to use whatever you have a lot of, whether it's toy cars, stuffed animals, whatever works for you.
Okay. All right, how many rocks are in there now? 7 rocks. Good job. High five.
This game can also be used with letters and sounds. Instead of writing numbers in the hopscotch box, write letters. Your best bet is to first focus on the letters in your child's name, because these letters usually mean more to children. When your child lands on a letter, talk about the sound the letter makes. Now, let's move on into some easier activities. Here are a few ways to incorporate counting into your daily experiences.
1.
Count the steps as you go up and down.
3, 4, 5.
What do you think it's going to take us to get to the
Predict
mailbox?
how many steps it will take to get you somewhere. Then try to take one step for every number you count.
2,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5, 6,
7,
7,
8, 9, 10, 11.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
As you saw, things don't always go perfectly, and that's okay. Just go with it. You can continue to take one step for each number you count and let the child know the result. You thought it would take 5 steps to get to the mailbox, but it really took 20 steps. Wow, 20 steps is a lot. After all that physical activity, you might be ready for a snack. Here, we'll look at using snack time to talk about sorting, which is grouping the same things together, and patterning, which are important math concepts for preschool-age children.
All right, what comes next?
White pretzel, ground pretzel, white pretzel, ground pretzel.
What comes next?
Ground pretzel, red pretzel, ground pretzel, red pretzel.
So what comes next? If you were to put one here, what would you
What
put?
started as a patterning activity turned into sorting because the child really wanted to put the same color pretzels together. As you'll see, Dad just rolls with it.
Okay. You're organizing them into the whites on the left and the browns on the right. Okay.
Dude. Dude.
So what needs to go in that spot now?
Ground is white.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the other activities we talked about, snack time can be used to talk about letters and sounds. Talk about the sounds your snacks have. P, p, pretzel starts with P. Y, y, yogurt starts with Y. As you move forward to try these activities at home, there are a few things to keep in mind. Talk about letters, sounds, and counting during activities your child likes to do. Is your child really into cars, playing dress up, eating snacks? Great! Because your child is already interested, we can add in talking about letters, sounds, and counting. The experience of you interacting with your child is more important than your child being right. Children can be unpredictable. Try to go with the flow as much as you can. If you'd like to know more about how to help your child learn and grow, talk with their teacher. Thank you for watching.